Recently, we published a drink recipe on Twitter so that you can enjoy the very same cocktail we are. We also published a playlist on Spotify with some of the songs we'll talk about in this episode. You know, my brother Mac, so creatively named that our tasting flight. Well done, Mac. So if you haven't seen either of those yet, maybe go look at them. Maybe go listen to some of the songs we're going to talk about to refresh your memory. Might make listening more fun. But with that, let's get to this week.
One's got a PhD in rock trivia. The other thinks mixology is a workout. Together, they bring the classics, cocktails, and maybe even a little comedy to classic Rocktails. Each week, they shake and stir legendary rock stories with cocktail chemistry, because nothing says deep musical insight like tequila, beer, and bad decisions. This is Classic Rocktails, where the only thing stronger than the opinions are the cocktails. And here they are, the Bourbon Brothers, Doc and Mac Rocktails.
This week on Classic Rocktails, Duran Duran's 1982 monster hit album, Rio. Duran Duran rode the MTV first big wave in a big, big way. Mac, how the hell did we end up choosing Duran Duran Rio from 1982 for this week?
Oh boy, this one's going to be a fun one. So a few episodes ago, the doc called Loverboy Get Lucky a McDonald's double cheeseburger. Do you remember that, Doc?
I do, and I said it with pride and admiration because I do love me a good McDonald's double cheeseburger.
There you go. Well, let's keep the 80s going with some extra cheese from Duran Duran.
Extra cheese and then some.
This is going to be fun. Another great album that is 100% right in the lane of does this one still hold up?
I'm going to bring numerous letters from the kids out there, Mac. Twitter DMs/letters. One of the people I heard from was Ace, who said simply, no more singing. No more. Also, ready for whatever the Return to a Wife album would be.
Oh,
yeah,
I like that.
Cut. That's a deep cut, but no more singing. That was the plea from Ace. And you know what? Ace, this might be the first episode where there is no singing.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, my voice has gone dark. All right, what's the download on 1982?
This classic album, Rio from the band Duran Duran out of Birmingham, England, 1982, as you mentioned, includes hits like Rio, Hungry Like the Wolf, and Save a Prayer. Rolling Stone, this is going to be an interesting one for you.
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting one. What do you think Rolling Stone gave this one?
Rolling Stone about this album is going to say that John Taylor is one of the greatest bass players on the planet. And this was cutting edge or new wave or whatever. So they're going to give 3 stars to what is really a 1-star album.
Come on, you're already tipping your hand to the audience tonight. Come on, the kids want to guess along with us.
I already said there was no singing.
So Rolling Stone gave this album, hold on to your seat, 4.5 stars.
Fuck, all the way off. What?
In fact, many of the reviewers were positive in the reviews.
What?
Including saying Rio is Duran Duran's high point. Its fusion of style and substance ensures that even 2 decades after its release, it remains as listenable and danceable as ever. The quintet integrates its sound near perfect throughout.
Mac, just go back 2 sentences and run through that again. I want to make sure that I heard you correctly.
Yes, you did, because I did say 2 decades. So I knew what you were going to latch on there.
What?
Rio is Duran Duran's high point. Its fusion of style and substance ensures that...
Ding, ding, ding. The word substance. Here's what I want you and everyone else out there to do. Go ahead, pause the podcast. Go to YouTube. Watch the video for Rio, Hungry Like the Wolf, Save a Prayer, any of them. And you let me know if the word substance comes to mind at any point. It will not.
Well, they didn't say if it's substance in like words or cocaine or heroin.
Stupidity.
Album sold. I already know you're going to say, no, you never owned this album. You don't own it now.
I do not.
Not even a Columbia House accidental order?
Nope.
You do remember, Columbia House would, like, if you didn't shut off the valve for that fucker, you would keep getting albums left and right.
Think this one would have been so unattractive to me that I would have made sure that valve was screwed down tight.
Put it right back in the mailbox and off it went.
Let me lob this one right back at you. I suspect that there's going to be people listening to this podcast who are unfamiliar with Duran Duran. How would you describe Duran Duran to somebody who is completely unfamiliar with them?
British electro pop sound to it. So lots of synthesizers, lots of bass guitar, not really any real electric guitar in there. Lots of keyboard. And
don't forget drum machine.
Oh, big drum machine in there. And really, really horny.
No, Duran Duran.
Yes, they are. So they're not a great lyricist group.
Think the TV series Miami Vice. This was the height of the 80s, the neon, the angles, the cheesy, the synthesizers, all of it. Duran Duran was the king of Cheese Mountain.
So it brings up a good point. Number one, I think they came before Miami Vice did. I think Miami Vice was more 85, 86.
What are you, a fucking Smithsonian researcher all of a sudden?
and oh my God, pastel colors was their thing. They were definitely colorful.
All right, well, you know what? We're already multiple minutes into this. Anything else you want to tell, in your download, or can we get to drinking?
No, not yet. We got to talk about how many albums did this one sell? The kids like this part.
Yeah, I have no confidence in my guess here. I'm going to say somewhere between 3 and 8. I will say 5.5.
You know what? You should have stayed on the low end of it because that would have been a great guess. 2.9 million.
Yeah.
Making this their third best-selling album, with their top seller being Arena at a modest 3.1 million. And so I'd ask, with a group as big as what Duran Duran was back in the 80s, does that surprise you?
Here's the thought that I just had there in the moment. We always talk about the 70s as, the album sales just seemed very suppressed in comparison to today. But we never talk about the 80s, which is probably a step above that. But like one of our last episodes was Styx, and their top 3 albums all sold like 3 million, 3 million, and 3 million. Maybe we have to lower our bar for the 80s a little bit too.
Especially in the early 80s, I guess. So before we get to drinking, let's talk about how the hell did we get to Rio?
You know what? I think you need to tell, all the kids out there. I think you need to explain to me, your partner, how the fuck did we choose this?
Well, it's not just choosing it, but Duran Duran in 1981, they are a 5 glam art school kids from Birmingham who are absolutely not interested in being small. So they decide, fuck it, let's write sunshine, sex, and pure fucking escapism. Wow. They head into the studio and crank everything up. Bigger hooks, slicker production, bass lines that strut like they just got laid. Hungry Like the Wolves, or Hungry Like the Wolf.
All of the wolves.
Is a horny jungle chase. Save a Prayer is a slow dance seduction. And the title track on Rio, basically a neon postcard that smells like sunscreen and bad decisions.
Wow.
And the wild part, they weren't even rich jet setters yet. They were just manifesting shit all over the place.
And manifest they did.
MTV hits, the videos go on heavy rotation, which we will tell the audience, watch these motherfuckers.
Oh, wow.
And America loses their fucking mind. Rio wasn't luck, it was ambition with the eyeliner, and it blew the fuck up.
Every once in a while, here on Classic Rocktails. We'll talk about things that are better to be a consumer of with a buzz. Oh boy, put the Duran Duran videos right there in that bucket. You get a little buzz going and you start watching the Rio video where Simon Le Bon is sort of a half-assed Indiana Jones, I guess. I mean, it was terrible. It's the worst thing you've ever seen.
Oh my God. Hungry like the wolf going through the jungle.
Hungry like the wolf. So amazing.
Oh, so great. So 80s. And that's the download.
All right, let's start drinking. Jesus Christ, I feel like I've been waiting all night here. Okay, so here on Classic Rocktails, as you know, we ascertain that there is one and only one perfect cocktail to pair with every classic album or albums like Duran Duran's Rio. So, Mac, my brother, the drink that you're featuring at your Rio listening party, will it be a drink that you shoot, you sip, or you have in a solo cup?
So this week I'm going to go sip again.
What you're sipping, more to the sweet side, spicy side, sour side, smoky, something else?
It is sweet and horny.
That definitely was not one of the S choices.
Sorny.
You a big fan of the show? You don't understand?
I said sweet.
Drink a rhythm by now?
I got it.
Yeah. Okay, horny man. Just tell us what you got.
So this one is summer all day for this album. It's not special, but it is kind of fun. So Doc, I had like 4 or 5 different mixed drinks at the ready this week. And then I thought, oh my God, this album screams a fruity wine cooler. Yeah, remember back in the 80s of Bartles and James?
Oh, well done, sir.
Oh, that would be good. But then I thought, that's lazy.
Oh.
So then I thought, a Zima. Remember Zima?
That's not the 80s, loser.
Yeah, I think it was.
I'm pretty sure you're way off. Hey, everybody. The doctor here from the editing booth. Do you believe this son of a bitch? Questioning me, doubting me on when Zima came out? Zima came out in 1993, so not only isn't he right, he's way off. You know what I feel like right now? Remember in Bull Durham when Ebby Calvin was throwing a 2-hit shutout and then he started shaking off Crash? Crash, how dare you, sir, and told the batter what was coming and he jacked it out of the park. That's kind of how this feels. How dare he question me on when Alcoholic Cocktail came out. All right, back to the show.
Sadly, good luck finding one of those. So I thought about the 80s, thought bright colors and glam, and I have a drink called Hungry Like the Tequila.
Oh my God.
It is 2 ounces of silver tequila, ounce of blue curacao.
That's not how you say it. Wow.
1 ounce of fresh lime juice, 2 ounces of pineapple juice, a half ounce of agave syrup, and a splash of club soda.
So it's like a blue punch.
Yes, it's very colorful.
You got some blue punch there. That's what you got. Clearly not your best effort. I think this album inspired you so much to not give your best drink effort.
Should have stuck with the wine coolers. Is that what you're saying?
That would have been cool. If you had busted out some Bartles and James, that would have been pretty nice. I'd have had to give it to you. But you didn't, did you?
I did not.
What I have, Shoot Sip Solo Cup, I will be sipping as well. Sweet, sour, a little puckery. What I have, Mac, is the Chelsea Sidecar.
Chelsea Sidecar? What the fuck is that?
It's an actual cocktail that actual bartenders make. It contains 2 ounces of gin, 3/4 ounces of Cointreau, 3/4 ounce of fresh lemon juice, 1/4 ounce simple syrup. You shake it with ice. You strain it into a sugar-rimmed coupe glass.
What is a coupe glass?
It is like a martini glass, but rather than being triangular, it's more rounded.
Huh. Okay.
Garnish it with a lemon twist. You have a Chelsea Sidecar, which is both, it's elegant, it's tangy. It's kind of like the song Save a Prayer at Sunset. That's what that is, Mac.
All right. I'll give it to you. I will let you win this week. I should have stuck with the wine cooler. Fuck.
You should have that. I would have declared victory for you, but you didn't.
Shit.
All right, let's get the listening part. All right, so Duran Duran's 1982 hit album Rio, The High Point. Mac, I learned many things this week. I was ready to come to you and all the people out there, say that the high point of this album was Charlotte LeBon. Mac, do you know who Charlotte LeBon is?
I assume that is a spouse of Simon or a child of Simon.
It's an actress who's probably most famous for being in White Lotus.
Okay.
The Thailand season. She was also in the movie 100-Foot Journey. She's an actress, Charlotte LeBon. I always thought she was Simon LeBon's daughter. I learned this week she is not. God damn it. Everything about this album is disappointing, Matt. Everything.
And that's your fucking high point? An actress?
Okay. Here's the other. All right, let me try a different angle on this. As I was listening to this album this week, once it ended, you know how Spotify will throw you similar things?
Oh, yeah.
Spotify wants us to do a Richard Marx album, evidently. Spotify just kept feeding me Richard Marx. After a little while, I'm like, you know what? A Richard Marx album would have been better.
Oh.
Full stop. I mean,
boo.
Richard Marx, kid from Highland Park, Illinois, one of the most affluent suburbs in, northern Chicago, made a better rock album than these boys. He did. But that's not a high point, is it? So what I will say is that the song Hungry Like the Wolf is kind of a banger. I do kind of
You just shat all over it.
Oh, I have not yet begun to shat, sir. Even though Hungry Like the Wolf is a banger, and I like it. How do you like the orgasmic woman at the end of the song? You like that, don't you?
I like the song.
Seriously, there's an orgasmic woman at the end of it. What are we doing? Come on.
80s albums, and we've found this numerous times. There's a lot of that in lots of different albums. It's just pure nonsense.
Hungry Like the Wolf, which everyone listening out there, go ahead, pause the podcast. Just go watch the video on YouTube real quick. It'll be time well spent, I promise. One of the worst things your eyes will ever set upon won the very first ever video Grammy. Even though it's preposterous, it's terrible. First ever Grammy for a video.
A Grammy video? Okay. Not like a MTV Music Award.
Did I say Grammy, bitch?
You did. I'm just kind of thrown off by that.
Hey, everybody. It's me again from the editing booth. Can you believe this son of a bitch is shaking me off again? Let me just go ahead here to, the old internet. What does the internet have to say about this? Oh, here it is. So in 1984, the new Grammy category, Best Music Video, is introduced. The award's first recipient, TV poster boys Duran Duran, of course. Do you believe this guy? Oh my God. All right, back to the podcast. Either people will hear that I am right, or they will never hear this segment at all.
There we go. High standards right there.
That's right.
Hey, I'm with you. If there's a video Grammy out there, damn it, give it to Duran Duran.
All right, what's the high point for you?
So I'm going to go with the leadoff hitter, because I think it hit a home run to start.
What? Oh, you do not. Oh, my God. You're
I love Rio.
Now.
She could dance on the sand for me all day.
Oh, my God.
Yes, please. I'm in. Home run to start the album.
Oh, my God. You don't believe that. You're being performative now. You're being outrageous. You don't believe what you're saying.
No, I do. I like Rio. That's my high point this week.
Oh, it's so terrible. All right.
There's 3 big songs off of this album for Duran Duran. And all 3 of them were big songs on the charts back in the early 80s. None of them would hit anything today. Not even close to even getting an audience today. Rio was one of the big ones.
Man, you know what? You just keep dancing on the sand. The song Hungry Like the Wolf, the video is amazing, but the video for Rio, Mac, can you picture the video for Rio in your head?
I cannot.
Simon Le Bon and John Taylor and the boys from Duran Duran inexplicably standing on a yacht in a yacht race.
Oh, yes, I do remember now.
In suits.
Is that a problem?
It makes zero sense. But ironically, one of the things I learned this week, Mac, are you familiar with the Simon Le Bon yacht accident where he nearly died?
Oh, no. No, I am not. Tell the story.
I mean, it wouldn't be a good story except for the fact of the Rio video of them on a yacht. And so Simon Le Bon is participating in a yacht race. And he's in the North Atlantic racing aboard his racing yacht, the Drum. And in brutal seas, the yacht's keel snaps, the boat flips, Simon and everybody trapped underneath it. Total darkness, freezing their ass off. And for 40 minutes,
oh my God,
they're hanging there between life and death. No cameras, no fame, no bullshit. And finally, the Royal Navy reaches them and pulls them out alive. This happens less than 2 years after the filming of the Rio video.
And he's not returning to a boat again. Is this album yacht rock?
This isn't even kayak rock. It's not even pool floaty rock. How dare you, sir? Is this yacht rock? You know what? I hope our buddy, the yacht rock consultant, reaches out over Twitter to smack your face. Will be the only satisfaction he has because the Cincinnati Reds are going to suck this year.
Oh, they're going to be bad. The reason why I ask is if you look at the definition of yacht rock, and I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think it's yacht rock.
It is not.
However,
but you're going to make us go through the exercise anyway because you're a masochist.
The album is glossy as hell.
One of the core tenets of yacht rock, the doobie bounce. You didn't hear any doobie bounce here. There was no jazz influences here. There was no elite session musicians here. How dare you, sir?
There's a little bit of yacht rock in here. It is one, glossy as fuck. Number two, it has some serious groove and bounce with John Taylor's bass lines.
Yep.
It is smooth as hell. It sounds really fucking expensive to produce. They kind of even lean into it a little bit. They throw fucking yachts into the fucking videos.
Can we just touch on John Taylor for a second?
Yeah.
Do you remember, back in the glory days when you and I were patrolling the outfield for a non-championship level softball team called the Relief Pitchers?
I do.
You remember those days?
I do. I had the range of a potted plant.
You know what? You don't got to slander potted plants that way. John Taylor would be at shortstop. We're just going to put Derek Jeter there. Is that fine? John Taylor in this band is hysterical. Putting Pete Crow Armstrong on the relief pitchers or Aaron Judge on the relief pitchers. It's like, why are you wasting yourself on this?
So wait a minute. You don't like Simon?
I mean, he's fine, I guess. I mean, does Simon have one of the great rock voices?
No, but it's pretty damn good. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
And it's not a boiler. It's not a bowler's name either. It's a cool, suave name.
It is. Simon Le Bon. It's what a fake name would be in the 80s.
Carrying it all along the way. So all good to him. Bravo.
So what is the low point on this amazing album?
So in an album that screams the 80s in all the best ways.
It screams in pain the 80s.
The low point of this album is New Religion. By far the low point on this album. I did not enjoy this one at all. The rhythm, the sound was super somber and just not as fun as the rest of the tracks on this album. New Religion was not fun.
Low point, man. Took me some time to choose back. What I decided, the low point is this album sounds so dated. Not only not in a good way, but the worst possible way. You and I have done albums that Heart, Dreamboat Annie sounded like a 70s album.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
But in the best possible way. This sounds like an 80s album in the worst possible way.
I started listening to this album and it took me back to the early 80s. I am fucking shocked after listening to these songs to think that back in middle school, they played these songs at like dances.
Exactly. Thank you, Mac.
Horrified.
Thank you for agreeing with me. This is a middle school dance in the 80s album.
I have to tell you, it took me back to the early 80s. I enjoyed being back in the early 80s. I was horrified by the lyrics and the sounds of the songs, knowing that, as a young kid, I'm at a dance listening to Hungry Like the Wolf and dancing with friends, and my parents had no idea this is what was being played.
Well, because they'd have been horrified. Lily White Ass was at a junior high dance dancing to Hungry Like the Wolf. You think that was scandal? You're crazy, man. The low point of this album is that it sounds so dated. And in all of the worst possible ways, all the things that were cheesy about 80s music are on full display in this album. The plinkiest, cheesiest 80s keyboards you've ever heard. Oh, they're here. They are here. You like drum machines? You a big fan of drum machines, Mac? They're here. Yacht rock. How dare you, sir? This album sounds so dated. That's the low point, Mac.
But for me, I enjoyed that dating on this album a lot.
You know what? You can date this album all you want. You're going home with the blue balls, my friend.
Let me take you back down memory lane. I'm going to play a game with you, and I'm going to give you a real prize. If you can...
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great.
All right.
Let me take you down memory lane, and those of you who are pretty similar in age, maybe grew up in the Midwest, two of us essentially grew up in the same neighborhood in the general Chicagoland area.
The hood.
Do you remember the TV show Bozo's Circus on WGN?
Of course I do.
Oh, yes, you do. It is so great. What was the big game show on Bozo's Circus?
The big game show? Are you talking about the grand prize game?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So tonight we are going to play the Rio Grand Prize game.
Oh, I love it. Mac, you know what? For this giant horseshit album that you made us do, coming through with a grand prize game, you may have rescued it. Go ahead, my brother.
Bozo was a big thing back in the 80s and late 70s. And strangely enough, did you know Bozo was on the air until like 2001?
Until Me Too. Just kidding, Bozo.
So with that, let's play the Rio Grand Prize game. And what I will tell you and explain to the audience.
Yes, I'm going to crush it.
So I'm going to give Doc 6 questions. Each question that he gets right, he gets to move on to the next round. If he gets something wrong, he loses, and he loses the prize at the end.
Wah, wah.
I am willing to say, if Doc gets 6 out of 6,
it's going to be a bicycle.
It is going. I'm going to send Doc a very nice bottle of Woodford Reserve.
What if I'd prefer a bicycle? I feel like bucket number 6 was always a bicycle. All right, over to you, Mac. Come on. Play like a champion today.
All right. So it is a Rio Grand Prize game. 6 questions.
Yes.
All about Rio. Get it wrong and you're done. Get it right. You strut forward like you own a pastel suit and 3 unresolved feelings.
Yes.
Clear all 6 rounds and you're going to get the bottle of Woodford Reserve Bourbon.
Clear eyes, full hearts can't lose, Mac.
Here we go. Question 1. Easy one for you.
Easy one.
What year did Rio come out and permanently moisturize MTV?
1982.
1982 is correct. All right, off to bucket number 2. Where was the Rio video filmed, a.k.a. the most glamorous 3 minutes in 1982?
Oh, boy.
I will give you A, B, and C to help you.
Okay.
A is Brazil.
Okay.
B is Antigua.
Okay.
Or C is a very aggressive Florida marina.
B.
B, Antigua is correct.
Also pronounced Antigua.
Question 3.
Yes.
Who produced Rio and helped turn cheekbones into platinum records?
Can I tap out of this game already? I don't know. Who produced Rio?
I will give you 3 choices.
Okay, thank you. Phew.
A is Colin Thurston. B is Nile Rodgers. Or C, some guy named Dave with a mustache.
I'm going to go B.
Oh, it was A, Colin Thurston.
That's all I could think was Colin Farrell. I didn't enjoy this album. I didn't enjoy it at all. I'm angry. I'm angry at you for choosing this album. What this led me to this week was a recurring question of, is this the worst album we've ever done?
Mm-mm.
What I thought would be a fun recurring segment. Here's the thing, Mac, you're going to like this. I'm going to add this to our website.
Oh,
You know, we have a website, classicrocktails.com. I'm going to have an ongoing running section that lists our top and our bottom 5 albums that we've done so far.
You could be the bottom, I'll be the top.
You always got to make it weird, don't you? Always got to make it weird. This isn't a bit. I'm not doing a bit. We've never done an album that we knew would suck. Right?
Yeah, I think that's true. I think we always hold out hope that it's going to be good.
Can you think of an album that we did that we knew would suck?
No, not off the top of my head.
I can't either. I can't either. It's sort of not what we've done. It's not what we do. You know, we're not going to just choose an album that we know sucks so we can beat up on it. We will choose an album that we think is good, that we find out it sucks and then beat up on it, but it deserves it at that point. Can we agree on that? So, Mac, I hope you did your homework.
I did.
So I asked you to come with, in the 75 plus episodes that we've done of Classic Rocktails, the 5 most disappointing albums to you for whatever reason. Did you bring that with you, my brother?
I did.
All right. So let's ping pong back and forth. We'll go from 5th worst all the way to the number 1 most disappointing album for whatever reason.
Okay.
All right. So what is your 5th most disappointing album?
I'm going to go with Aerosmith, Get a Grip.
Oh, very interesting. And 2 sentences on that?
I just felt that it was super uneven and just not a fun week. It has a couple of bangers on the album, but in general, there's a lot of bad. In fact, for the audience, one of our high points was a song called Eat the Rich.
There's only one thing that they're good for.
Eat the Rich. Don't sing. Ace doesn't want to hear us singing.
Take one bite now. I'll be back for more. Number 5 for me, coincidentally, is this album right here, Rio by Duran Duran. The 5th worst album, as far as I'm concerned, that we have done. You know the word I'm going to use? I'm going to use the word plastic. This was the fakest, most plastic, artificial, soulless album that we've done.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. And one of my notes that I had in here was it felt like the band was created by MTV just to build videos.
It's almost like if AI had existed in the 80s, it would have created Duran Duran. All right, so what's number 4, the most disappointing albums that we've done here on Classic Rocktails?
You may be surprised by this one. I'm going to say Sports by Huey Lewis and the News.
I'm mildly surprised, but I didn't think that album was, oh my God, amazing.
Yeah, my quick sentence on this one, it's the same thing that you feel for Duran Duran. This feels like 80s in a really bad way.
So for me, we go from the fake happiness of Rio to my number 4, Counting Crows, August and Everything After. Oh my God, was such a downer. I was not prepared for that.
I have to tell you, I had that just outside the top 5. In fact, I scribbled it off my list because I thought the songwriting was so good in parts of that you just can't put that in the bottom 5.
All right, number 3, Mac Rocktails, most disappointing for whatever reason album that we've done so far here on Classic Rocktails.
Oh yeah, I can't help it, Ace. I'm the king of the nighttime world.
Oh, it's such a good song.
Kiss is my number 3.
Kiss Destroyer does not land in my top 5, but it was in the running. Here's what I decided about Kiss. About Kiss Destroyer, because again, it almost did make my top 5. If I expected more, I would have been more disappointed. But every good thing that happened, I was surprised and happy.
We had the same reaction to like Loverboy, but even more so than Kiss, because we both walked into it with no expectation that it was going to be good. And we walked out of it going, hey, we got like 4 really good songs on here.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't good, but there was some good. Number 3. Not just saying this to be outrageous. It's Def Leppard Hysteria.
Boo!
The fact that we so recently did Pyromania just makes me even more confident about this choice. The difference between Pyromania and Hysteria, I don't even have a good analogy, Mac.
I agree with you. Hysteria is a way better album.
Yeah, oh my God. All right, what's number 2 for you, man?
Number 2, it's got to be The Muppet Show and Imagine Dragons.
They didn't make my top 5, but only because I didn't care enough.
Oh, let me guess. Let me guess your number 2. Can I guess it?
Yeah, have at it.
I'm going to say it's Soundgarden. Super Unknown.
Soundgarden, Super Unknown. See, you think you know me. You think you know. Soundgarden didn't make my top 5 or my bottom 5.
Wow.
Because it's most disappointing. And I went into Soundgarden with no expectations. I went into Van Halen 1984.
Wow.
With some expectations and walked out going, oh boy.
Wow.
Coming
All
in,
right.
The number 2 slot, most disappointing for Doc Rocktails, Van Halen 1984. And it's going to stay that way on the website until somebody knocks it off.
Wow. I'm surprised by that. That was not even in not close to my bottom 5.
I was so disappointed with that album. I really was. We went into that and I thought it was going to be just like a victory celebration. And it's like, oh my God.
And for the kids out there, if you have not listened to 1984 episode, don't do that.
Yeah,
don't go back. Don't go back to
Well, you might
1.
want to listen to it fast. What's your number 1? Most disappointing?
Oh, easy. And it's one of the biggest selling albums of all time. And I don't understand it. It is Phil Collins, No Jacket Required.
No Jacket Required. It's my number 1 as well.
Studio, no thank you.
What is the best song on that album? Is it One More Night? Is it Sussudio? That's a perfect example of what I was talking about before. We didn't expect that album to suck.
No.
I didn't.
No, I thought it was going to be good.
Dear God, it was so bad.
Yeah, it was not a pleasant week. There is weeks where we go into it all hyped up, and then we get done with the week and we go, oh, thank goodness we can move on to the next thing.
Yep.
This was one of those albums that we just were like, oh, Phil Collins, 20 million plus albums sold. This will be great. And then it's like, nope, thank you. I'm out.
Can we work into a little story time with Doc that then meanders down to the path of a question Mac's not expecting?
Yeah, let's bring it.
Mac, are you familiar with Chateau Marmont?
I don't think so.
That is an elite boutique hotel in the Hollywood Hills. Chateau, spelled like chateau, and Marmont, spelled Marmont. It's sort of legendary in Hollywood acting and rock and roll history.
Okay.
I must be on enough Twitter feeds that are music related that I keep getting these Chateau Marmont t-shirt feeds and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that'd be sweet. So I ordered one. It comes to Casa Doc. And Mrs. Doc's like, what the hell is that? What the fuck? Don't you know about Chateau Marmont? And she's like, no, crazy man. So, Matt, do you know about it?
Mm-mm. Nope.
Chateau Marmont, a boutique hotel in the Hollywood Hills, has all sorts of legendary Hollywood actor, actress sort of stories and rock and roll history story.
Okay.
So, which leads me to my game that Mac's not expecting. It's what I'm calling the Acme 13 game, Mac. 13 alleged Chateau Marmont escapades, or what I call Acme. See what I did there, Mac? That's kind of brilliant, wasn't it? What you have to do, I'm going to give you a very brief scenario, and you have to tell me, is that true? Is that a true story about this legendary Hollywood rock hotel, or is it bullshit?
Okay.
Truth or bullshit? 13 Chateau Marmont escapades back. So, for example, did Led Zeppelin drive motorcycles through the hotel?
I'm going to say true.
Did the hotel staff all have to sign NDAs to get employment there?
Probably because of if you're saying all these rock stars are staying there, I'm going to guess yes.
Did a drunk Jim Morrison fall 2 stories from a balcony and walk away relatively unscathed?
2 stories?
2 stories. Jim Morrison off a balcony.
I'm going to say no.
Did Janis Joplin die here?
Ooh. No, I don't think so.
Did Keith Richards pass out on the floor of his... Did Keith Richards pass out on the floor of his suite, smoking a cigarette, set the room ablaze, and barely escape with his life?
That sounds like Keith Richards. I'm going to say yes.
Did Iggy Pop throw a drummer out a window?
Iggy Pop?
Yeah.
Sure. I'm going to say yes.
Did The Who absolutely destroy their room, including tearing out the walls and destroying the plumbing down to the pipes?
I'm going to say yes, because when we did the Who album, I remember that they were a little over the top with what they did on the road.
Did Sid Vicious and Nancy Spungen, or the famous Sid Nancy, did they actually go here to calm down after they got clean?
No.
There's a famous industry line: if you must get into trouble, do it at the Marmont. Is that a true or false statement?
Well, if you're asking the questions about the non-disclosure, I'm going to say that's true.
Did Kurt Cobain stay in a bungalow here, but rather than getting wild, he got reclusive to journal and sketch?
That sounds Kurt Cobain, so yes.
Did John Belushi die of a drug overdose here?
I'm going to say yes.
Did the bar staff on multiple occasions have to separate the Gallagher brothers late at night in the bar?
That happened on the bus. So yes, those guys hated each other. Still probably hate each other.
Okay, while attempting to get ready for a comeback, was Amy Winehouse known to wander the halls overnight?
I'm going to say no.
All right, so let's see how you did, Mac. You did quite well. Well done, sir. You're a rock historian is what you are. Did Led Zeppelin drive motorcycles through? What did you say, Mac?
I said yes.
That is a true story. Led Zeppelin famously drove their motorcycles through the Chateau Marmont. Did the hotel staff all have to sign NDAs? What did you say, Mac?
The reason you're asking, I thought yes, that would probably be true.
Ding, 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 2 for 2. Did Jim Morrison fall 2 stories from a balcony and walk away relatively unscathed?
I said that was false.
That is a true story.
Oh my God.
Did Janis Joplin die here?
I said false.
That is false. She did not die here. She left and went to another place and died there.
Wow.
Yeah. Did Keith Richards pass out on the floor of his suite, smoking a cigarette, set the room ablaze, and barely escape with his life?
I think I said that's true. That sounds very Keith Richards.
That is a true story. Well done, Matt. Did Iggy Pop throw a drummer out the window?
I said no.
No is correct.
Oh,
he actually threw a TV out the window. Who absolutely destroyed the room? You said they did, and they did. Sid and Nancy, did they go here to calm down? You said no, and that is correct.
Well, look at that. I'm killing it.
You're killing it, Mac. Would Kurt Cobain stay in a bungalow here to chill out, journal, and sketch?
I said yes.
Which is a true story, Mac.
Oh, look at this.
Did John Belushi die here?
I said yes.
In Bungalow 3.
Are you and Mrs. Mack going there on vacation to stay in Bungalow 3?
We are in Bungalow 3. Did the bar staff have to separate the Gallagher brothers?
Everybody had to separate them.
That's a true story.
Look at that.
Oh, and Amy Winehouse, did she wander the halls at night?
I said no.
Oh, wah, wah.
All right.
She did, actually.
I only got 2 wrong.
Oh, Mac, you crushed it. Well done. You know your Hollywood rock and roll star sort of ghost story lores. Well done, Mac Rock.
Wow.
Good job.
That's pretty good. Going back to Rio.
Yes. Her name is Rio and she dances on the sand, Mac.
Oh, love that song. Great song.
Oh, no, it's a terrible song.
I've got to bring back a tool that I used in a previous episode.
Oh, no. This is the Classic Rocktails podcast.
It's Mac's Hateability Index.
Oh, I love Mac's Hateability Index.
Yeah, it's been a while, so I figure it's time to bring this one back out. There is a component of what I think of a artist and how they align to their greatest hits album. Queen, Tom Petty, some of their greatest selling albums of all time are their greatest hits albums. Typically, I look at that and say, you know what, your fans really, really love your music, and so they want to get all their best stuff on one album. But what we found a few episodes ago is sometimes you have a band that just simply has a greatest hits album, like Styx, and nobody gives a shit about the greatest hits album because they really don't like you all that much.
Yep.
So it leads me to Duran Duran. Did you know Duran Duran had 2 greatest hits albums, official greatest hits albums that they released?
I did not.
Do you know how many albums these 2 greatest hits sold together?
Whatever the under is, I will take the under.
3.5 million albums for 2 greatest hits albums. So they released one in 89 and one in 98 and only sold 3.5 million between those 2 albums. Sadly, that's telling you your audience isn't really interested.
Love the Mac Rocktails Hateability Index. How many albums a band's greatest hits sold as a metric on lovability or hateability? There's something to it. You're not crazy, Mac Rocktails. On the other hand, I think you told me in the last 10 episodes or so that the Steve Miller Band greatest hits was like 17 million or something.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes people are so dispassionate about a band that rather than listen to 3 or 4 of their albums, are like, let's just listen to the greatest hit.
100% fair.
There's no way that the Steve Miller Band is 6 times more popular or whatever than Styx. No, sorry, I don't buy it.
Let's take REO Speedwagon as one.
How dare you? Making fun of one of my children. Go ahead.
One of their greatest, selling albums of all time.
Oof.
Yeah, is their greatest hits, right? Wasn't their greatest hits called The Hits?
The Hits. And on the album cover was giant HITS all collapsed onto one another.
Did you know that it's their second best-selling album of all time?
I am 0% surprised.
Their number 1, High Fidelity by far.
Yep.
Number 2, The Hits, because nobody wants to listen to the other albums to get to the songs that they want.
Here's the thing. At some point in the future, you and I are going to do REO Speedwagon, a decade of rock and roll. You're going to hear a completely different REO Speedwagon. I think REO is so unique in that High Infidelity completely demarcates them between a rock and roll band and a sellout girly power ballad band. Does this album hold up for you?
So you're going to reach through and kill me on this one.
Don't you dare.
By definition,
no.
Yes, it passes the 333 rule.
It does not. Oh my God.
REO didn't just hold up. It showed up wearing a silk suit.
Fuck off.
Stole your girlfriend.
What?
All while wearing Drakkar cologne. I have to tell you, I enjoyed playing this all week long, all of that. And I'm not ashamed to say, I bought this on vinyl.
Shut up. You did not.
I did. Her name is REO, and she dances on the sand.
If you had said you bought it on CD, I'd still mock you, but that would make sense. This on vinyl? What are you
Everything I
about?
buy now is on vinyl. I don't have a CD player anywhere in my house.
Oh my God. This on vinyl. Why waste your time? Does this album hold up? The song Hungry Like the Wolf is fine, but I actually hate everything else on this album. I hate it. This plastic, artificial, soulless, computerized album. AI had existed in 1982. Its name would have been Duran Duran. Ready for one of my takes of the week? You're going to love this one, man.
Okay, let's hear it.
Do you remember Funyuns?
Mm-hmm.
You like yourself some Funyuns?
Funyuns and Munchos were the two that I always went to.
Oh, Munchos. How about those? Remember the big clear plastic container of the cheese balls?
Oh, yeah.
That's what this album is. It's artificial. I mean, there's nothing real in there. It might taste good in the moment, but it's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth. It's going to leave that orange dust on your fingers. You're not going to feel good afterwards. That's what this album is.
I understand everything you're saying with this.
And you agree. Thank you, Mac. All right. So, one for the road.
I'm going to give you a book recommendation this week. Everybody Loses by Danny Funt. Have you heard of this book?
I have not.
It is fucking outstanding. It is an inside look at online gambling.
Oh, boy.
And how the gambling world plays games with their clients to essentially get them to continue to feed money into the machine. Short 250-ish page book, and it is really well done.
Here's what I'll tell all the kids out there. Doc Rocktails, man of the world, but also man of the U.S. I've moved around a fair bit. I moved from a state that had legalized sports gambling on an app to a state that did not. That was a good thing. I don't miss it at all. And I wasn't being crazy about it. I wasn't doing the mortgage or, I didn't have destructive behaviors or anything like that. in hindsight, I don't think it made anything better. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I can't do it.
I'm glad the football season is over, but they always give you all these teaser bets and you go, oh, that's easy. I can go ahead and grab this anytime.
What's your teaser batting average?
It's pretty bad.
Right? They're always going to have more information than you. I mean,
yeah,
you're always playing against the house. It's not going to work.
Never.
I will go to Night of the Seven or Nine Kingdoms, whichever you prefer.
Mm-hmm.
Man, did it stick the landing. The end, which I won't spoil for anyone who has not heard it yet, although this isn't coming out till like fucking June. Night of the Seven Kingdoms 100% stuck the landing. I am in for the long haul. That show is brilliant and continues the HBO Sunday 9 p.m. Eastern tradition history of brilliance.
You know what? You recommended it. I started watching it. I thought after the first episode, I'm like, wait, all of these fucking episodes are like 30 minutes long?
Yeah.
Really?
That's the downside.
I started going through it and I'm like, they do a nice job jamming this stuff into a 30-minute window and do it pretty well.
Some of those Game of Thrones 1 hour episodes must have cost like $100 million.
Oh, some of it huge.
You know what? There's been a couple episodes that may have cost a couple bucks, but for the most part, there's not billions of dollars on the screen either.
The trailer going into the last episode of House of Dragons, that cost a lot of money.
Right.
And I'm really looking forward to that.
A couple more for the road. I wasn't going to do this, but Mrs. Doc threatened me at knife point if I didn't bring 2 movie reviews to the kids.
Oh.
First one, Mrs. Doc is a horror movie buff.
That's what you said.
Whereas I am a drama and rom-com buff. We've basically taken normal gender roles where movies are concerned and flipped them.
Okay.
We went and saw the movie Psycho Killer.
That looks incredibly terrible.
It's incredibly terrible.
Like Duran Duran Rio bad for you?
Worse than that.
Oh, boy.
But on the other hand, when we went to see it, I swear, true story. When we went to see it, the Rotten Tomatoes critics was 0%.
Mm-hmm.
An audience hadn't gotten enough to weigh in yet. It wasn't a 0%. We have seen worse movies in the last year or two. But it was bad. It wasn't good. It was not big budget. So then, because, we're in the, general season of Valentine's Day when we record this, we went and saw Wuthering Heights.
Also looks bad.
It was 2 hours plus of me catching the tender skin of my testicles in my zipper.
You went there only to hope to see Margot Robbie naked.
I think we've talked about this before. I enjoy Downton Abbey. Give me a good Pride and Prejudice. I'm not too proud to say I enjoy that. If this had been good, I would have enjoyed it. It was not good. Muy malo. Muy malo. Did you hear from any of the kids this week? Because I certainly did.
Oh, I did.
All right.
So let me give you mine. Greg in Washington.
Hi, Greg.
Rock Gods. I'm not sure who he's referring to. I do like it, but man, love this fucking show. But I have a bone to pick with the two of you.
Don't pick our bone.
Why did you guys shit on Imagine Dragons? By the way, you are 100% right on the music video. That's fucking stupid in a funny way.
Yeah. Imagine Dragons was muy malo.
No, it was bad. It was bad. All the writing was bad. Everything was bad on that one.
And yet it didn't make my bottom 5, did it?
It did not. And then finally, Greg wrote, come on, you dumb fuckers. Let's really step out and cover ELO.
ELO is like a bottom 40% band for me. There's a couple ELO songs I like. We'll do ELO at some point, but I'm not rushing into it. I'll tell you that.
We'll get to ELO. We'll get to Supertramp. We'll get to some of those before too long.
This is from Mike. I won't say his last name. Hello. Based on the membership criteria of the Illuminati, they have identified you as a candidate with exceptional manual dexterity and academic proficiency.
Congratulations.
Possess the potential for our exclusive community.
Wonderful.
I could join the Illuminati.
Yahtzee.
Yeah, that's awesome. Here's another one from Jim.
Hi, Jim.
You and Mac always sound like you have so much fun. So I take comfort knowing you're both Chicago Bulls fans and will never be, quote, basketball happy, unquote, again.
Very true.
And how do you defend not doing Thriller yet?
Oh.
Other than that, love you, boys. How do we defend not doing Thriller yet?
So we've been holding that in our back pocket, waiting for the movie to be coming out on Michael Jackson. So Thriller is coming.
It's coming soon to a podcast near you. We're going to try to time it up with the movie.
Yeah, it is.
Do you want to apologize to any of the kids out there for the selection of this album?
No, it's fucking great. Enjoy every bit of it.
A, B, C, D, or F, high school grading scale. What's your grade for this? You're out of your mind.
You know what? It takes me back to the 80s. I enjoyed Duran Duran Rio. It was great. I love going back listening to this. All good. I enjoyed this.
Each month, we add more and more ways the kids can get a hold of us. So why don't you talk about the way the kids can get a hold of us? And then when you're done, I'll grab that baton and I'll talk about a new way the kids can get a hold of us.
Oh, very exciting.
Yeah.
So we are everywhere. Every single social media platform that you could think of, we are there. Most importantly, ensure that you subscribe and you pass it along to some friends. Make sure that they subscribe. Our audience continues to grow, which is very, very exciting. I mean, every single week, Doc sends me over stats. I love some stats. And these numbers continue to grow. And we love the fact that we are growing this audience. But help us.
Yep.
Come on. We're not making any fucking money here. We're just having fun.
Here's the thing. This might actually work. Each month the numbers build. What if we all look back 20 years from now and you're like, I was following those guys back in season 1 when they sounded like they were talking to us from a metal bucket. Again, we're most active on Twitter. Come find us there. Now we also have a newsletter that goes out each week. So all this craziness that we're talking about each week, the drink recipes, it's going to be on there. The songs we're talking about, they're going to be in our newsletter. They're also going to be in Mac's tasting flight on Spotify. Mac, I feel like we're juggling chainsaws right about now.
We are everywhere trying to do everything we can to build this audience, and we love every one of you.
Here's the thing. We've spent almost 90 minutes tonight talking about one of the most plastic pieces of shit. What are we doing, Mac? All right, let's get out of here. Get us out of here.
See ya.